Well, cheers. Heavenly tea, my heavenly tea friends. Good morning, New Earth mamas. What am I investigating today? Oh, an exciting thing. You will have come across people in your life who things just fall into place for them. Opportunities open up. When they say they want something, it happens. And those we could call successful. They are generally pretty happy and they move forward, and they very often become pretty shiny examples of human beings, teachers. Now, what is the difference between that person and someone who works hard to get everything they need, puts hours of research, hours of work, hours and hours and effort and effort and effort? There are several things, of course, because we are spirits. We come in with a remit. We shape our consciousness into the spiritual part that's going to occupy our body. That's part of our choice. Sometimes it's our conscious choice before we are born, and sometimes we are just thrown back into the reincarnation system and we don't have a choice, and we just have what we had the last time around and we have to work with it. But the main difference between those people that have this opportunity stream and those who have to work is to do with the flow in their channel. And that's what I want to investigate. It's the shape of those people who are loved, the shape of those people who feel loved. Now, they may argue and say, I don't feel particularly loved, but it's interesting. We're going to look at what is the difference in your vibrational shape when you are loved as a child by your parents, by your family, or not. So we've got the soul shape, your frequency, vibrational signature coming in. You've got the family, so the body of the mother, because that can influence hugely what's going on in her. And then the family you live in. Sometimes the mother and the family are two separate things if you're adopted, for example. And then we've got the result. The other part is this soul shape will determine the ability to shift through things and to heal things. And if you have a much more, let's say, static version of your spirit coming in, it's much less easy to alchemize and transform anything negative. But let's say you're in a state, you come in and you're loved, and then you have a life. Or you come in, you're not loved, and then you have a life. There is a very different shape to that. And mostly the way it comes out is the way it plays out in the world, in the ability to have money, to have a home, to have work that suits you, that you can move from one to the other. You're seen, you're heard, you're respected, you're valued, those sort of things, because that's what a family does with a person in the family if the family is working well. So I'm going to go into my spirit, into my soul room, talk to my soul, the full remit of my soul, all my incarnations, and see what it has to say about this vibrational shape of a person who is loved and the difference and the impact it can make. Because once we truly understand that, it changes the way we are as parents. If you're not sure whether to be a parent, well, maybe just work more healing on yourself first. If you want to have a child, it's wonderful to realize the impact that your love can make on that child. And nothing is static on this place, because spirit is always innovative, complete flow, flux of infinite power. So whenever that is activated, anything can be alchemized. But we're looking at tendencies and patterns. All right, here we go. Into my spirit. I'll make sure I'm clean first so I can fully access the information from my soul. I command my spirit. Take this, all of me, my spiritual, my physical, my emotional, my mental bodies, and clear them, comb through them, make sure there is nothing in there that is not authentically me. I command my spirit, take every single layer of my bodies, spiritual, emotional, mental, physical, and comb through it and remove anything which is not authentically me. I command my spirit, take this entirety of my bodies, my spiritual, my emotional, my mental, cognitive, and my physical, comb through it and remove everything from me which is not authentically me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1 now. I command Prime Creation, I command Prime Creator. Give me all of me now, every single part of my spirit, that I may speak with my full soul. I command Prime Creation, I command Prime Creator. Give me all of me now, every single part of my spirit, all my incarnations, that I may speak with my full self. I command Prime Creation, I command Prime Creator. Give me every single piece of my spirit, all of my incarnations, that I may speak with my full self, my full soul. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. And I stand here in my soul room, just like this little picture I'm going to insert that I drew years ago. It's like, here we are, arms up. The trees on either side of my auditorium, my white marble auditorium, and all around are my spirit incarnations. Every part of me is present. I can even feel my beloved quite close. I can see this golden yellow light that was suffusing me. This is the light of Prime Creation holding us right now in this realm of love, enlightenment, the ability to see and perceive information and systems. I command my spirit. Step forth that part of me which would explain this with clarity. Let us talk about the shape, the vibrational shape of an adult who was loved as a child. We will talk about the love, and we will talk about this shape and form in the adult self. On the count of 5, I'm stepping forth to a little podium where I have a book I'm going to read from. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. I. Yes, the love. What is the love? We define the love first. The love is the empathy, the seeing, the holding without the judgment. It is the I see you, I see you, I see you. I love you, I love you, I love you. Can you see there is no condition? There is just love. There is only acceptance and holding in the entirety. This is love. This is true love. This is pure love. This is beautiful. And you pause for a moment because you know you love this and you have this with your beloved man. It's just the case. And more and more you're realizing quite why, because you see how his obstacles, shall we say, his challenges are so very similar to yours, and how much he's had to face and overcome in the same way as you. And it allows you to hold and love and accept him even greater. That's a beautiful thing. So that is our definition of love. And as parents to a child, let us explain how that is played out. When a child does something that is apparently wrong, the child does not get chastised. First, the parent sees, feels, and hears. The parent sees what has happened, feels within their own soul, their love, their loving soul, and then they listen, or they ask and then listen to their child. And all three of those things work together harmoniously to create the solution to whatever it was that happens. And the reflection of that goes back to the child, and the question is asked of the child, what can we do to make this better? And there is a resolution. And thus the thing that went wrong was never a wrong. It was a beautiful moment of experience to create intelligent knowing in the form of learning. This is what you describe as resonance learning. And this is the love in a family. This is how you practiced your life with your children. This is why, despite what happened to them, you all love each other deeply. This is beautiful. Now, I know that the emotions are so close. You can feel the tension in your head because you know that you're finally revealing to yourself that which you've always known, really, that you did not have any of that, of course, as a child. And so the adult self, every single step of the way was hard won. Everything that was not given, you had to find a way to give to yourself. Now let us look at the effect of love on a child. So here we are. We count down from 5 to 0. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here I am. I'm the child who has been seen and heard, respected, felt, cooperated with. I can even laugh at my silly and my funny, at my mistake, possibly. And it becomes a sweet thing, a joke, a moment. Yes, imagine that. Transferring an energy which is potentially disruptive into something which becomes a joyful stepping stone into more. How does that affect me, this child? It allows me to see this in my life everywhere. Nothing will snap at me, nothing will hurt me, nothing will break me or shame me, will seek to tame me. I am that which I am, and all that I have the option to do is to look at that which I am. See from another perspective and expect, for I remember, goodness to come from it. And I jump and move from one to another with the grace and ease and agility of a dancer. And therefore, windows open. People greet me with their open arms. Even those who seek to scratch me, I dance around and avoid. But I am mostly given opportunities and open doors and windows, for I have learned that that is what I can expect from those people around me, my parents. I am that, this child of love. It is a beautiful state to be. And we're going to fast forward that because I say those things and at the same time as speaking them through me, I know that that is not what I had. So it's a strange thing, but I am, of course, channeling the child who is loved. And now we see the adult and we see this acceptance, love, because there is a shape. We're going to find out about this shape. I command my spirit, reveal to me the information about this result of the love from the family, from the parents on the child. I've named it a vibrational shape. I keep seeing it as a sculpted form within the aura, like a set of shape into which the other human beings and nature and all that is interlock and interweave. Oh, this is beautiful. So the information instantly that came, nature and I were always at pure love. Myself as a child, myself as an adult, always in pure love. It's funny, here's an example today. I was out on my bike, went shopping. The sky was getting darker and darker. Huge chance, of course, that I would be covered in rain. I had my sun hat on, which has a beautiful visor which keeps the flies out of my face. And I arrive home and literally 3 minutes later it starts to rain. This is my relationship with nature because I always loved nature and nature always loved me back. Always, always. Never any harm or interference from nature. Always simple love, complete seeing, feeling, hearing, complete unconditional acceptance. This is why I've managed to survive in my life without love from my family, because nature and I were always that resonant one. The love I had in my field was from nature. So always welcomed, loved, accepted, received, given bounty to from nature. This is a beautiful thing. Animals, plants, all of this. One with no work, just simply being at love, at ease, at one. Beautiful. I did not have to school myself in talking to animals. I always could always hear them, see them, love them. They could do the same with me. Same with plants. I walk past a plant, I can hear what it wants. That's easy. I never worked for it. Nothing needed there. Important to point this out because we are never forgotten or left, because we are made of Creator, which is pure love, and our spirit carries much love with it. However, we create our challenges. It's what I mentioned at the beginning. We have a spiritual form set that we come into. Now, my particular situation was I came into a toxic family that could not possibly in any shape or form love me. So that created a certain twisted, tight shape. So now what I'm seeing is, if you look at a murex shell, and a lot of people are showing now these cross sections of the murex shell because it shows literally the frequency wave of the golden mean. But you can see the spiral shape of the inside of the murex cell. What we see on the outside is that beautiful shape, curvilinear shape of several spiralar forms, larger than each other. But the inside is a wave. And what I just saw was, imagine just the column. That's everything had been twisted, pulled in of myself with the human world, because that was the way I could survive. I had to pull everything in and hold it tight so that it wouldn't get hurt, because it was being broken and pulled off. Imagine if you had the shell and bits of it were being kicked in, broken off, chipped, cracked, whatever. So all of that kind of the damage, I pulled it in so that it could not get hurt. You can imagine what that creates as a character, as a person. It's a pulled in person that holds everything because it's too unsafe to find a way through. And then you find your way through life in that tight package. And it's no wonder that you can't be seen, felt, or heard easily by the world around you, because you've had to hold everything in order to survive. Okay. So now, of course, I'm at my place in life that all of this is, I'm bringing it out in packages. And of course, as I heal and allow my full self, the source energy through me, I expand and I'm able to take my full, beautiful shape, my true template shape. But this is so important to show the effects. So let us go in and have a look once more at I'm going to ask my spirit to describe this vibrational shape of a child who is loved. So yes, show that image you had in your PhD. Transmitter, receiver. You've used this and you understand this in resonance learning, a shape and a shape, negative, positive, connection. This is the law of resonance, the law of attraction in action. This is how you move through and bring things to your life. Now, a person who is loved, let us look at this shape. You've all seen the shapes of a full energy vortex. It's described as a toroid with a central column, sometimes as a double toroid coming through the center. So it's a double rotation. There's the upper rotation and there is the lower rotation. And you see this way, this way, and then there is a full rotation through the entire system. That is the most frequent expression of the energetic field, this toroidal field. And very often this division in the hara, the energy point in the center, where there's the top part and the lower part. And sometimes that's much more marked and sometimes it's just smooth all the way through. And I've just come across many things talking about energy coming from without or from below or from above, but actually it's from within the entire system, because this toroidal field is just a three-dimensional representation of a multi-dimensional thing which you cannot see. So you can't see the dimension of within. The withinness is not possible to depict in our way of living here, with our 4 dimensions, time being the 4th. But if we're going to look at the shape of a person who is loved, very much you get this soft roundedness in the aura. So imagine it is smooth and inviting. There are no spikes. There are few tears. It is smooth. Now, why is that attractive? Why is that attractive to people? Why would they offer to those beings who feel and present themselves like that, who are like that, who have this soft, smooth, auric body shape? Why is it that they can move through life and people come to help and open doors for them and present opportunities for them? How is that? Let us look at that. I want a very clear description of this. We're going to go to my book, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. This is this Buddhist remark of not needing anything. It is not that they don't need anything. It is that they don't feel needy. This is the difference. If you have always expected all that you needed to come to you, and it always has. And when I say expected, you might feel like, oh, egoic. No, this is a soft experience of repetition. The child, the baby, always when it cried, the mother came and loved it, gave it whatever it needed. As it grew up, the same. Mother, father, family. You learn only that that which you need will come to you, will be available for you. And therefore, your outside shape is in no way grasping. There is no grasp to it. There is simply, I am, I have, all is supplied to me. I am, I have, all is supplied to me. I am, I have, all is supplied to me. That's what you give. So when someone offers you something, they are attracted to the all is supplied me, because to them, it is good to be able to give. It may be from a state of lack in themselves. There are many reasons why we give to each other. It is very easy to give to that which says, I am given to. Now, if you move around with an aura which has been repaired from the inside out, like mine, okay? When I've understood, oh, right, oh, Lord, look how bent and broken that was. Oh, God. And repair it, go in and repair it through the love, allowing the love of the spirit of source energy through. And it's like panel beating a car. You gently beat it, not beating it like bash, 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 but you give it the pressure, the shape, the form, so that you have a smooth aura. But sometimes, because you've had to create that consciously with your mind, yourself, your soul, spirit, mind. When you come across someone who hasn't had to consciously create it so much, you can feel a sort of like, oh, there's a little bit of a difference there in their field and my field. Ooh. And sometimes that can even crumble it back in for a little bit and take back some of the injured shape just for a moment, because it's like, oh, retreat, different. And then you can expand it again, because you take the information, the example of that person who has got that field of I am, I have, all is given me. It's a nice thing, isn't it? And you can allow it to reset into your own field. So the child who is loved has I am, I have, all is given to me, and goes through life like that. Of course, they have different challenges, because some part of their soul will give them the chance to grow. Just like I said, for myself, interaction with nature, no problem. And for me, nature was not only nature, animals, plants, but it was babies and children, because it was the purity of spirit. Interaction with the humans on this planet, ooh, that was another story, because that was difficult, because every interaction was breaking, tearing. They were broken, it was breaking me. And that's not a nice feeling, is it? So you have to generate the inner field of love, of your own spiritual abundance, of your own pure and full spirit, gently, almost like pushing out the thorns, identifying what they are. The thorns are the emotional disturbances of your lifetime. That's the healing process, recognizing that you have emotional disturbances and then giving them love through bringing your spirit forth and through, which is the ultimate healing energy. And each piece of brokenness, disturbance, emotionally, you heal until eventually you have this glorious smoothness, and you stand there in I am, I have, all is given to me, in your full auric sphere, in your full incarnated beauty. And then you can move through anything. Now, you may still have to practice it for a while, for several years. Hold, hold, hold. This is what courage is called. When you can feel, there is that energy. Here's a pussycat come to join me. How beautiful. Hello. You can just see her tail, can't you? And you can feel it. And so part of you can start to crumble in, and then it's like, no, I am. I have all is given to me. And you create that connection. I am the inner. I am the living spirit within. And you recreate your fullness. That can take you anywhere. You can go anywhere with that. Anywhere. The fear. Now, I've got a thing this afternoon in an hour where someone I don't love, because she was very responsible for a lot of that breakage, is coming, and I have to sit next to her in a car for an hour. Now, that's a challenge I've given myself. So I need to now remember in that moment, that hour, and there will be another hour, and a couple of hours, it'll be about 3 or 4 hours with that person in their vicinity. And even just talking, I can still feel the shake, because that's just energy resonance memory of pain and inflicted emotional distress. But what I do need to remember is the override. I am. I have, and all is given to me. I am the living spirit within. I am the living spirit within. I am my full self. I am my full self. And just to hold that, once you can hold that in any shape, place, this is how you can then be something slightly different to the ones that never had to go through that darkness, because you can now explain it. And if you can explain it, you can teach it. And that means you can help millions of people heal. Because millions of people were not loved by their families or their parents. Billions of people were not loved by their families or parents. And we need to understand how we can love and help and support the new families, the new parents. We need to know how we can heal, love, and support those who did not have that love, enable them to find and hold, restore, and then hold and maintain their full, beautiful spiritual presence and self. This love, the shape of love in your auric field. So one more question. I command my spirit, reveal to me the shape of myself, my vibrational shape. Now, having been through all of my life, my 52.5 years, and all of the work and the beautiful healing I have done with myself, with others, with myself. And show me now the shape, my vibrational shape. And show me how that compares to someone who is completely loved and healed. I command my spirit to show me this on the count of 5 to 0, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. And what my spirit shows me is when I'm in a place like this, there is no harm, no damage. I am full. I can be in that place. What it also shows me, when not in this complete receiving state, like my everyday life, there are still shapes where I reduce myself, and I could see almost like a stepped in towards the earth, because that's the allowing myself to receive all the goodness, the material qualities. Some of that was still pulled in because that's just what I'm used to. So this, you can hear my voice is quite slow, it's quite low. I'm breathing from my lower diaphragm. The aim, of course, is to be in this state as much as possible. That's an interesting place to be on an everyday level. I command my spirit, show me how to be in this full state more throughout my day. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. Just ask for it and expect it to be so. All right. Now, I believe that's going to be an interesting one. I'm going to put some drawings with this. And I think it's an important one. The vibrational shape of love, of being loved. And you can repair and you can heal it. And if you do this consciously, you are very powerful, because you can withstand more than most people. You can help those who don't even know they're harmed. You can withstand those who try to harm you without even realizing they're doing it. And you can change a lot. So yes, there are people with a somewhat easier ride amongst the humans, and they bounce a little bit along the top, and they're very beautiful and they're inspiring, but the depth of what they can do is less very often than if you've gone into every layer through your own experience. You can do something very deep and wide-ranging. The effect has a huge resonance. Is there anything else my spirit would like to convey? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 now. I am all that is ever needed in my life. I am blessed. I am full. I am my full self. I am my full self. I am my full self. This is a good new paradigm. So on that note, I thank you very much. I look very much forward to seeing you again. I am Dr. Isabella May. This is New Earth Mamas. This is activating your human potential. And I will see you soon.